Hey everyone. So today I'm going to show you the process that I used to make my all red taillights. I did put a little bit of a tint in there also so they're not completely red. But you could use this process for your taillights to make them all red if you would like. I was kind of tired of the Onis in the taillights that I had and they were faded. So I felt it was time to freshen it back up. So the first thing you want to do is sand down the tail lights so that the spray has something to adhere to. I am using 220 grit sandpaper on my rotary here. And make sure that you sand down the edges really well. You might have to do that by hand. Next, we're going to mask off anything that we don't want sprayed. So I'm going to actually go ahead and mask off around my reverse light first. Now that I have my reverse light masked off, I'm going to go ahead and use a razor blade to get a perfect fit around the light itself. After you get everything masked off and trimmed up, you're also going to need to take some paper and cover the rest of the light in the areas that you don't want to be sprayed right now. So I'm going to start with VHT Nightshades Black to go over my reverse light, and I'm just going to give it some nice light coats to watch how opaque I'm getting it. After I let the nightshades dry for a bit, I'm next going to move on to Metalcast Red. This is really what makes the complete red effect pop. So you can do this over white lenses, you can do it over red, you can do it over amber lenses, and it gives them a nice red tone. As you can see here, I'm just spraying over everything, including the nightshades. To seal everything up, I'm actually going to use a 2-part clear this time instead of rattle can clear, because that's why the lights had faded last time. So this is actually a 4-to-1 ratio. You can see I'm pouring the 4 parts clear right here, and then I'm going to pour the 1 part activator. Now we grab our activator, and after cranking the top off about 37 times, we'll actually be able to pour it out. So remember, this one was a 4-to-1 ratio, so I'm just going to pour one part of the activator to 4 parts of the clear. Next, you just gotta mix it up real well. If you're using a different type of cup or whatever, you can use a spoon or something. You just have to get it mixed really well. Once we have everything poured into our gun, we're going to go ahead and move over to the lights and spray everything down with clear. So I actually didn't have my gun tuned right. I had the spray pattern sideways, and I didn't realize it until a couple of the later coats, which I didn't record. But anyway, you're going to start off with your spray gun at this point and just give it a couple light coats. I think the wait time was 15 minutes between flash coats for this specific clear coat, but just read the instructions on whatever you get. This clear coat was about $80 on Amazon for a gallon, and this was left over from when I had painted my car. So far it's held up for about 4 years on the car. The only imperfections with the clear coat were from me when I painted the car. So actually the clear coat's holding up pretty well for under $100. And just make sure you get a lot of good coats on there so everything's sealed up. And this clear coat won't fade like rattle can. And that's why I decided to take the time and do the 2-part clear over the tail lights, so I don't have to redo them anytime soon. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.